Back once again, January 11th. I just finished my workout. I'm still in the parking lot. The gym is right around the corner. Look, I just want to get this out right now. Like I said, January 11th, we're in the second week of 2019. And this, what I'm doing right here, the journey, is something that I wanted to do last year. And actually, before 2018 began, like a month before that, the whole month of December in 2017, I was shooting footage. Not on a daily basis, but I was shooting a lot of behind the scenes footage because I wanted to start this series. Now, what I did then is I overthought. I shot way too much, made it way too difficult, and it didn't really work. Plus, I wanted to document how I was gonna go all in on video in 2018, and that didn't happen either. So I basically dropped the ball on that one. I did work, I did stuff, made things happen, but it was not what I had planned. Now, one of the main reasons I failed is I didn't make a realistic planning, and most importantly, I didn't really plan. So I made some overall plans, which were like really ambitious, but I did not plan it out to the minute, which is what I should have done. That's what I did for this year. Look, over the years, it's been pretty obvious to me whenever I put in more work when it comes to content creation. So whenever I uploaded more videos to YouTube, everything went up. All the numbers went up, but I started to reach more people, and that is what I want. I want to reach as many people within the DJ community and new people coming in. I want to reach as many so I can share the knowledge and hopefully make people better DJs, but also create that community vibe. Anytime I posted less things would drop. That's a normal thing. Same thing with, for instance, Instagram. Anytime I take the time to post more pictures, just for a couple of days, you can see all the numbers go up. And that is the basic, simple truth of it. I have to post more content. I have to create, but post more content. And I knew this, but this time I actually made a total content strategy of how I was gonna do this. Now, I've explained this in previous videos that I have to be smart about this, so I create these big pieces of content, like the podcast, the Mix podcast, and especially the Share the Knowledge podcast, turn that into micro content, so all the video clips that I use for YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, you name it, shorter clips that I can use for IG, Twitter, you name it, all of that helps. Now, I want to do a lot more reviews. That's also something, but I need to make sure I have the foundation in place first. That's content-wise. Get that foundation straight, and then I can get into doing all of the extra stuff that requires more production. I got plenty of units right now that I have to review, so I can't wait to get started with that, but I have to make sure the foundation is right first. Same thing with my health. I've been talking about sleep for the last couple of, I don't know how many days. Get those 7 to 8 hours of sleep, because I know for myself, that's something that's been missing for a long time. And anytime I took a little time to sleep more, I could see the benefits. More content, more views, more whatever, more sleep, more productiveness, whatever, you name it. Simple. It is as simple as that. Now, sleep is only the first part of my health plan, but I can't do everything at once, so I do this in steps. Sleep and the workouts are first. That's already on point now. After that, nutrition comes into play, because I'll be doing more intermittent fasting, which I like. I'll be tracking all of my food, which takes a little effort, but I'm willing to do that because that's going to give me more insight into what I'm doing. But I'm not crazy, so I didn't start on January 1st to do all of that. I'm starting with the basics now, making sure that is in place. And once that is like in place and getting close to it, then I can focus on the rest. Now, the reason I bring this up, and I have to put in a little disclaimer right now to anyone who might feel offended, I know and I realize that all of the comments about this subject come from a good place. I know you mean well and you have my best interest in mind when you post this, but I've seen over the last couple of days, not a lot, but enough commenting about that I have to make sure that I don't do too much, and I have to make sure that I focus on my rest. And it bothered me to a degree, because that is the exact mindset that I do not want to fall into. I've made that mistake in the past. Look, like I've said, I'm focusing on my health. I'm focusing on time with my family. I'm getting all the fundamentals right now. And I've seen comments that sleep is not the same thing as rest. I guess that's partially true, because when you sleep, you definitely rest and recover, but you also need some mental relaxation as well. I get that. But the danger, and I've fallen into this pit many times, is you start to take off these hours, which become 2, 3, 4 hours of watching YouTube, and you then call that relaxation, and all of a sudden you're not doing that once, but you're doing that every day, and you're wasting all of that precious time. Now, if you're currently happy with everything in your life, you can do that. You can have that in there. I'm not happy with the current state of my content, so I have to change that. That means I have to put in more work. That means I have to structure my day in a way that I can take care of my health, family, and get the work done that I want to get done. And I'm just getting started. So to have people within the first 2 weeks, remember, it's only January 11th right now, within the first 2 weeks talking about don't try to do everything at once, make sure you get your rest. When I'm not even going full throttle. This is just the first steps. And if you've been watching the videos, hopefully you can tell I'm excited, I'm happy, I'm feeling better. So there's no reason for me to start thinking about doing less when I'm going to be doing more. If you have goals and you're currently not reaching those goals, you're going to have to put in the work. That is what I'm doing right now. I'm setting myself up to be able to do as much work as needed to get where I want to get. And the most important thing, I have to mention that because I can understand why some might feel the way they feel. I do, for a living, I do something I love to do. That is the most amazing thing ever. And you have to understand how much fuel that gives you. I don't go to work with a grumpy feeling. I'm happy to do the work because I'm doing something I love. And that means that I love what I do. That's amazing. So for me, it's a pleasure to work. It's not like you have a 9-to-5 that you hate and you're celebrating when the weekend comes and on Monday you just dread going to work again. Nah, I'm excited to put the work in, meaning content creation, meaning when I'm DJing, meaning when I'm doing shows with Brainpower, recording mixes, you name it. I love doing that. I've been doing it for over 25 years, the DJ part, the performance part, and I've done the mix shows and stuff like that. Only difference is now I'm not doing the mix shows on radio but online. I love it. I get to do that and make a living. And yes, I've had crazy ups and downs. And the reason why I still persist and move on is because it's something I love. If I didn't love DJing, I would have quit a long time ago. Look for something that's hopefully more steady than DJ. I found extra supplemental income through the content creation. So I'm still doing all music and it's helping me to not just survive, but hopefully thrive. So please, for the people out there, and I know you mean well, please, if you're watching these The Journey videos, listen to what I'm saying. Look at me. Do I look like I'm suffering from fatigue or that I'm feeling depressed? I'm getting rid of all stressful situations. I got rid of a lot of negativity and I don't deal with negative people. All I want in my life is positivity, people who are motivated, who also want to move forward, reach their goals, and aren't afraid to put in that work. I spend time with my family and the close friends that I have, and I don't have a lot, but I'm going to make sure that I spend more time with them. Plan that in as well, because that's important. So I'm happy with the way things are going, and there's still a lot of room for improvement. The plans I made, some are working, some are definitely not, so I'll be adjusting over the coming days and weeks to make everything work the way it works best. But I just wanted to put that out there. If you have goals and you're not happy with your current situation, make the moves you need to make to get where you want to get. And I don't have short-term goals. This is long-term. The first part is the content creation. That's just one step. I have a lot more that I have planned for over the next 5-10 years. Life is longer than a day, man. And I've witnessed that now. I'm not even at the halfway mark yet. So there's plenty of room to do a lot more, and I'm excited to go on that journey. That's what this is the start of. And again, I've probably said this before, I'm not even doing this for the channel. I posted on the channel because hopefully I do say and add some things that could help people out, add some value, but I'm documenting this for me so my kids and grandkids can see what their daddy was doing and how he went from here to here to here to here, and just my attitude about work and life and being happy. I'm going to talk a lot more about this, but I just wanted to put that out there. Just got back from the gym, and the chest and shoulders, I'm feeling amped up. Got my water right here. I'm going home, take a shower, get my food ready, and then I'm going to put in some work before I have to pick up kids later in the day. And tonight I'll probably be doing just editing, but maybe I'm also shooting another video, but I'll see about that later. So that's it for today. Hopefully you have a good day, and go put in that work. And once again, salute to all of you leaving the comments, and I know it's coming from a good place. So I truly appreciate the fact that you are concerned or worried about me, or at least are putting in your 2 cents, but realize that I'm fully aware and I know what I'm doing. One more thing, outsourcing, letting other people do work, that's something that's been in the planning for a long time, but that's not for now, that's for later. Currently, I can't invest in that yet, but I don't know, in the near future, if I keep up the content creation like it is now, and I'm starting to add more, I'll be outsourcing certain projects for djTLMtv to an external source and letting them do all the editing and just sending me back the videos. I already know where I'm gonna do that, so that is in place. Same thing with doing transcript, stuff like that. I have people in place, especially through Fiverr, and that's gonna happen because I definitely don't plan to continue to edit everything myself. I'm a one-man army, but that's not by choice. That's by out of necessity. And you should be aware of the fact that you can do everything yourself until you reach a certain point that you just can't fit it into your hours. And then editing is definitely the first thing I'm dropping that I don't need to do myself. So once we get there, that's definitely going to happen. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the support, and be on the lookout for a lot more content. One more thing, and it's becoming a long video, but I don't care. The Mix podcast, I post the audio on Mixcloud. Wednesday's version, where I did a lot of Tribe Called Quest, Mixcloud has denied that version, that mix for the US, because Mixcloud has rules that you cannot have more than 5 songs from the same artist and 3 songs from the same album in a mix. That's some sort of licensing thing. I don't know, but I got that warning, and I've already received messages from people in the US that you cannot see the Mixcloud mix for podcast number 2. So I'm gonna find an alternative place to post that for you, and I'll have that up probably today to make sure you can get that, because I wanna do those special mixes. I wanna do Biggie, Jay, maybe even modern stuff as well, but I wanna be able to do that and get that to you as well. So I'm gonna get out of here. It's getting cold in this parking lot, and I'll see you tomorrow. Love.